You're right on time for Hope TV Newswatch on this 5th day of August 2025. A very good evening to you, wherever you're watching us from, and welcome to the broadcast. My name is Kimani, and signing for us tonight is Boniface Murithi. The National Assembly's Public Accounts Committee has sounded the alarm over significant irregularities and unauthorized payments within the government's e-citizen platform. The committee members have described the platform as a crime scene marked by widespread alleged corruption and misuse of public funds.
The committee for the two private entities that had been paid 127 million was under Wandabo Associates Limited 63 million and Gold Rock Capital Limited also 63. The money was in exact equal.
We should find and know, and even look for, even there are companies, we look for CR12 to know who are the directors of these private entities that are being paid money.
E-citizen platform is a scam. And why? In page 3, Chair, you've been able to read that there is no legal framework.
Now, police officers, National Registration Bureau staff and medical professionals, including doctors, clinical officers and nurses, along with land registry and immigration officials, have been identified as the leading recipients of bribes in the country. The 2024 National Ethics and Corruption Survey by the ESCC also highlights area chiefs and assistant chiefs, employees of ministries, departments and agencies, as well as NTSA officials as key individuals accepting bribes in exchange for providing services to the public.
Many Kenyans have come to believe that unless they give something, they will not receive the services from government offices that they require. In particular, you saw how certain areas, certain services have been marked very strongly. Employment and the seeking of employment. People are ready to pay a lot of money. I don't know whether you noticed. Up to 250,000 on average. That is not little money. For a person who is seeking employment, willing to pay up to 250,000 so that they can secure that position. And that is average, which means some people pay more, some people pay less. But an average of over 200,000 Kenya shillings tells us that the levels of unemployment in our country are at a bad state.
Now on to education matters now. Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Migos Ogamba has assured parents that all students joining university in September will be fully supported by HELB. Speaking at the University of Nairobi, CS Ogamba said the government will secure extra funding to meet the demand and defended the recent fee cuts, saying they will boost enrollment rather than hurt universities financially.
We'll persuade Parliament, we'll persuade Treasury under Supplementary 1 or Supplementary 2 to get more resources to be able to cover the students. We're also encouraging help to collect more. The student-centered funding model is to ensure that we leave no student behind or no student misses university because of the background where they come from. So support us in that, pass the message, and ensure, and we're encouraging each and every student to apply. We will go out of our way to ensure that when we confirm that a student is vulnerable, we will look for resources to ensure that they are in school. No student is going to be left to be out of school because of resources.
Still matters education, and the Catholic Church is cautioning politicians against making reckless remarks on education funding, particularly capitation. Nairobi Archbishop Philip Anyolo says such comments risk disrupting learning and threaten the goal of free, fair education for all. The Church has raised concerns over delayed capitation, especially in Catholic-sponsored schools.
You make any blunder in education, you can bring the whole country down. You can bring the whole humanity down. So we have to be very cautious that any other things as we go about in politics and so such, we don't make blunders on matters education. So we have to be very careful in doing everything and consider mostly that those young people have education, whatever may be.
The recent reports of male teachers allegedly grooming young girls in their schools and later engaging in inappropriate relationships with them are disturbing and put a stain on the noble teaching profession. A school where such situations unfold without detection suggests that those in charge did not maintain a close eye on the interactions and programs within the school.
Away from that, and hundreds of Isiolo residents took to the streets in peaceful protest over controversial 7 billion shillings county budget they claim was passed without public input. Now, the demonstrators cited leadership wrangles and a divided county assembly as the root of stall services and a declining local economy.
So nataka kuambia watu wa Isiolo ya kwamba hii bajeti ambayo tumeambiwa kwamba imepitishwa ni ya ukora. Na nyinyi pia kama watu wa Isiolo musikae chini haki yenu ikiwa inakanyangwa, kwa sababu bajeti ya bilioni 7 si kitu rahisi ya wanaume kukimbia na kusema kwamba wamepitisha bila mapendekezo yenu. Kwa sababu mimi nikiwa hapa kama MCA wa Ngaramara, mimi sijui ile kitu imepitishwa kwa hiyo bajeti. Kesho sisi tutakuwa na peaceful demonstration.
Kitu moja tunaomba president, sisi kama watu Isiolo tunakurudia, sisi tunataka amani na tunataka kila kitu Isiolo irudi vile ilikuwa. Sisi ni kina mama, hakuna battery, hakuna pesa inasakuleti kwa Isiolo. Watu wamehangaika, wanyama wanaibiwa, kila kitu Isiolo, hakuna kitu inaendelea Isiolo. Watu wanapitisha budget bila kuuliza, public participation haijafanywa.
And to some politics now, the Democracy for Citizens Party, led by former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, has unveiled candidates for all the 22 upcoming by-elections, confident of strong wins once the IBC announces election dates. The Deputy Party leader, Cleophas Malala, has accused the government of delaying the polls to give rivals more time and urged the electoral body to remain impartial.
A law-abiding party, and like just to urge all our members to ensure that they are registered so that they can elect the correct candidates who will fly our flag come the day of the election. We have also agreed that in some instances where consensus will be applied, we've agreed that the candidates who will have lost in the nominations or not considered during the consensus will be able to support our candidates. Lastly, we would like to first of all admit the candidates, but just before that, urge the IEBC to live by its words. Last time they addressed the press, they assured the nation that they are going to give us a date in a week's time. Up to today, IEBC has not given us the dates for the by-elections. We are aware that the ruling party is trying to push the dates further because they are not ready, because they have done a survey and realized that out of 22 by-elections, there is none that they can win. And therefore urge the IEBC not to be dictated by the ruling party. IEBC is an independent commission, and therefore it should execute its mandate independently. I want to ask our counterparts from the ruling party to stop interfering with the decisions of IEBC. We are ready for elections, and IEBC should give us a date as soon as possible.
Now, the member of County Assembly for Chole Kabuchai Ward in Bungoma County has died after a long battle with cancer. James Muhongo Barasha, who had served the community since 2002, was remembered by Governor Kenneth Lusaka and other county leaders as a strong and cooperative figure. Members of Parliament, including Kabuchai MP Kalasinga, visited the referral hospital in Bungoma town following his passing.
Executive na serikali yote ya kaunti ya Bungoma, nataka kusema pole sana kwa familia ya mwenda zake Mheshimiwa Muhongo. Mheshimiwa Muhongo mimi nimemjua tangu niwe governor wa kwanza 2013 to 2017, tulifanya na yeye kazi vizuri. Tumesafiri na yeye kwenda ngambo. Ni mtu ambaye alikuwa mchangamufu sana, mtu ya biashara mbalimbali. Tutamkosa sana, tutasimama na yeye. Ni kuumiza tu wale ambao tumefanya kazi na yeye, tutashughulika so that we give him a decent send off.
We have lost a man of his word. Mimi kama majimbo nimepoteza my area MCA. Apart from being one of the MCAs in the constituency, he is the MCA ambaye mimi naamka kwenda kupigia kura. We have lost a friend. March tutapanga, everybody is in deep sorrow, but we pray that the family and the area members of the area MCAs to unite, because this is the time actually they have lost their colleague.
Mheshimiwa ameugua kwa muda, lakini tunasihi familia kwamba mvumilie, mkubali ni kwamba imetendeka. Sisi haja yetu ni kuombea familia pamoja na wananchi ambao wanipatia nafasi ili wachipe nguvu, na wakati huu tujue tunamuomboleza mwenzetu kwa njia ya heshima. Jambo kuu ni kwamba mtu aliyesaliwa mpaka siku itafika na arudi kwa baba ambaye alimuumba. Sisi kama wenzake tumekubali yote ambayo imetendeka na tunamuombea safari yake kuwe salama.
Aliyelala ni ndugu yangu, mimi namfuata yeye. Na ndugu amekonjeka kwa muda mrefu ambao na amekuwa akitibiwa, baadaye ndiye ametuacha siku ya leo.
May his soul rest in peace. Now it is exactly 11 minutes past the top of the hour. Time now for a short break. But immediately after, I'll be back with the business and sports news. Stick around.
Rafiki soul is the promise of a hand that reaches and goes beyond what angaza tumaini kote. I'm forever grateful, ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. I'm forever grateful, ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. Rafiki soul is a promise of a hand that reaches and goes beyond watangaza tumaini kote. I'm forever grateful, ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. I'm forever grateful, ninashukuru Nashukuru, ukarimu, ukarimu, rafiki
Friends of Hope, keeping hope alive. Need a breakthrough? Start with prayer. Watch and Pray with Mama Ada Adoyo isn't just another show. It's a lifeline where we pray boldly, believe truly, and carry one another in faith. Join us every Monday evening from 8 to 9 p.m. only on Hope TV. There's a world out there searching for hope, and you can help bring it home. By becoming a friend of Hope, you're helping us share the love of Jesus through Hope FM and Hope TV. With a donation of any amount, join hands with us to bring hope and point souls to the transforming power of Jesus Christ. Become a friend of Hope today by making your donation through the M-Pesa paybill number 933933, account FOH. For more information on how to become a friend of Hope, call 0116-212-723 or email customerexperience@hopefm.org or visit www.hopemediakenya.org. Friends of Hope, keeping hope alive.
Welcome back. You're watching Hope TV Newswatch. Now, 340 youth from 10 TVET institutions have graduated under the KCB Foundation's Tujiajiri program in Nandi County, a major boost in the fight against youth unemployment. Now, the graduates are now equipped with technical skills to start their own businesses or secure jobs thanks to a partnership with the Mastercard Foundation through the Young Africa Works initiative.
It's an honor to join you today as we celebrate our graduates for attaining this milestone. I am proud to be part of your success story and in a special day. This event is a reminder of the powerful impact of the Tujiajiri program in grassroots economic development. It represents KCB Foundation's commitment to tackle youth unemployment in the country. Today marks our first cohort for Nandi County in terms of graduation. Your Excellency, I take this opportunity to assure you that KCB Foundation remains dedicated to supporting initiatives that empower the youth. We firmly believe that investing in the potential of young people is an investment for the future. This program, besides the skills that the young people have received here,
and to some sporting action now, 6 more golfers have booked their spots in the NCBA Golf Series Grand Finale after a competitive round at Limuru Country Club over the weekend. The tournament drew over 200 players with standout performances from juniors and veterans alike. John Kariuki and Nancy Wairimu led the winners list, while NCBA praised the growing talent and diversity in the sport.
Today we're at Limuru, where we've enjoyed another leg of the NCBA series. Course was in fantastic shape. The weather a bit cold, but pleasant nonetheless. I think a lot of people enjoyed. The turnout was fantastic, and so I think everybody had a good day. So NCBA we're in our 5th year of sponsoring the NCBA Golf Series, and it's been growing from strength to strength. We started with the Club Series, added on the juniors, a couple of years ago the elite amateurs, and this year we're really excited to be elevating the game to develop even the pros, professionals that play golf in Kenya. We're proud to be part of the corporates, the leading corporates in the country that are sponsoring the Equator Tour. Proud to have unveiled our NCBA golf team. And it's really around developing the sport. This is the one sport that involves everybody, the young, the old. And when I say young, it's as young as 5-6 years old, and even as old as 80 years old. But also those who play it for social, for corporate reasons.
Now, Kenya's under-20 women's volleyball team opened their African Nations Championship campaign in style, sweeping past Senegal 3-0 in Yaoundé, Cameroon. The dominant wins sets the tone for Kenya in the Six Nation tournament as they chase continental glory. The KCB RFC is gearing up for the Christie Sevens, the third leg of the National Rugby Circuit, after finishing runners-up at the Prinsloo Sevens. Despite falling to Strathmore Leos in the final, head coach Dennis Mwanja says the team is refocused and hungry for the win as they head to the RFUEA grounds later this month. Finally, Harambee Stars have resumed training as they prepare for their second CHAN group match against Angola, set for Thursday night at Kasarani. The team is full of confidence after edging out two-time champions DR Congo 1-0 in their opener. Head coach Benny McCarthy has cautioned against underestimating Angola, who lost their first match to Morocco, but says Kenya is focused on securing back-to-back wins and pushing closer to the quarterfinals. So before we conclude, let me bring you up to speed with some of the CHAN matches that happened yesterday. And Niger were beaten 1-0 by Guinea, while Uganda, our neighbors, were thrashed 3-0 by Algeria. Today, Congo and Sudan played to a 1-1 draw, while Senegal and Nigeria are currently playing, and the game is at the 63rd minute. The scoreline is 0-0. Well, with that, we come to the end of our news tonight. Many thanks to you for making time to watch Hope TV Newswatch. Really do appreciate the value of your time. On behalf of the amazing team that made this bulletin a success, have yourselves a blessed night. My name is Kimani, and Boniface Moredi has been our sign language interpreter.